Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Advanced Wars Tiny Wars replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the pink. That's Tabata, right? Yep. Oh no, that's Penny. Their profile pictures are pretty similar to me. I get them mixed up all the time. We have an average Joe. Spawn as the Cyan Judy, not Judge Judy. We got Buster Beachside. When it comes to COs, Penny is of course buffed from the base cartridge. This is all standard here, but her slight buff is plus 15 rather than plus 10, so she's very generous. Definitely Calder's little girl, very little girl. And we do also have the weather conditions lasting 3 turns. I have no idea what it originally was, but that is 3 turns of constant effect, which will cause quite a bit of issues for her opponent, which is Judy. Judy is the salvage CO. Units in your CO zone which cannot expand, nor does she get energy. She is relatively basic when it comes to that support, no superpower. She gets plus 20% offense, plus 10% defense, and the 3 CO zone radius will allow her units to get 25% salvage damage. So you get a bit of money by attacking. Could incentivize you to go for high value targets or just whatever targets you can. This could mean that she could be loaded up into a relatively fast mobile weak unit such as a recon or bike in order to help get increased salvage from multiple fronts, or she could be quartered around a single unit like a tank and push forward, and to help fuel her expansion she can just kill stuff. She's basically General Sherman. Either way, this map is a map. We do have double shores here, double shore here, so there's traversable land to these bases, double shore here, as well as triple shore here, so this is 100% traversable. Don't let the water fool you. There is of course a airport here as well as a seaport, another seaport along the flanks, so a bit of a hybrid map. I can see outlying skirmishing naval fights. I can see a battleship or two trying to lock down the base sectors back here, but could be easily countered by a... Actually, no, look, there's shores all around us, so we're going to have to get a seaport or a temporary port in order to traverse through here. So this area is relatively locked down, though there is traversable sea here. So yeah, you can deploy out subs to prevent a battleship from locking down your bases, among battlecopters and bombers and dusters and all that sort. I don't know if the Navy is actually going to play any important role. Maybe at most a lander or two to transport into the map. This map is relatively large. Yeah, a lot of things that go on this map. We also got a pair of comm towers. Oh, there's also more seaports here. There's a large amount of seaports. I don't know if the Navy is actually going to be really well played this map. There's some outlying islands for some city captures, so whoever goes for a gunboat for drop on some infantry units here will get a nice little economic advantage. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. This infantry unit will probably immediately go towards the base here. This base will have trouble reaching this base, so yeah, this one just is very linear what it can do, south only. But a lander could help him make it not linear as well as push stuff forward. So I think lander play is possible. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Infantry units there. It's going to be quite a bit of a capture game. The distance is significant. I wouldn't surprise me if there's going to be some bikes soon. Bikes. Wheeled units tend to have slowdown on shores. Do bikes do? Yes, bikes do have reduced movement speed. So this actually it's going to be a plus 4 as well. Oh, look at this. 3 bad movement tiles for bikes. I don't think bikes are possible. Yeah, each path has forests here, so bikes are not going to like this bad terrain. You're going to have to pull out gunboats and transport bikes out to the middle of the map. Oof, now I'm just starting to realize this. This is not a bike map. And this map is large, perfect for bikes. You really have to think before pulling out a bike, that's for sure. There's a bike. Look at that, only can move 2 movement tiles. And sure, the infantry unit may have been in the way, but I don't think it was. Because this is a 3 movement tile for bikes. Science also taking time to push a infantry unit towards the comm tower. Good idea. More comm towers being obtained. Resign and rushing the comm towers actually not super important right now because there is no conflicts. Mr. Bear is advising Penny just only pull out infantry units so far this game, and I don't disagree with Mr. Bear. Maybe too early. Transport copter. I think a transport copter is going to be very useful. There's also traversable land this way I can now see. Well, Mr. Bear advises a tank for Penny rather than transport copter, but I think this is a transport copter map. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. This map is huge. Bikes, the bikes just like gives a bit of a sour taste with the initial movement. We do have a transport copter sign, I do agree. Maybe also Dusters wouldn't be half bad. This map promotes regular infantry and Dusters may be quite good. Won't at least receive retaliation copters like battle copters. More tanks being pulled up by Penny. Now the bike is starting to get into the middle of the map, so it has this increased mobility. Right now, Judy has a bit more income than Penny, but it's only 1,000 point time. And actually, it looks like Judy's getting a decent amount of capture game, getting some more properties now. And you have 2 more properties as well, while Judy will have 3. Early tanks, good chance it won't be receiving any ambushes too soon. And of course, with our caster vision, we know there's no ambushes, so this tank could just go around and start engaging aggressively. And now think about as well, with all the forests and shores there, recons are not super great either. Ugh. Judy will get that capture, does get a pass by, could have got interrupted if she was a bit more attentive, but this infantry is pretty far forward, which is both good and bad. There's no support for it. We'll get the property, will be killed, and will alert Judy of all the stuff here. And the 2 tanks is very valuable scout information. But this will donate 10 power charge. Maybe a battle copter to help respawn down south wouldn't be half bad. We got a recon there. Just infantry up here. Not a single damage has been dealt so far this game. 26 versus 27 units. Some harbors now being captured on up. Slowly advancing. With our castle vision, we know that's not necessarily necessary. But of course, this is going to the point where players are like, oh yep, time to fight. See some outlying infantry, or another one outlying infantry unit. Doesn't see a whole lot with that pass, so Penny still probably has to be cautious here. Even though for our castle vision, we know she has free reign. That's fog of war for you. Penny's being quite reasonably cautious. Does interrupt the capture there. Judy has 1,000 income lead, nothing too significant, but 2 more properties will be captured relatively soon for her. We've also got property flip and capture there by Penny. Mr. Bear has advised Penny to pull out Battlecopter, and she did. Tank infantry. The port back here has been captured as well, so the T-copter will probably need to go pick it up. Maybe a black, I don't know, going for a gunboat wouldn't be half bad. Capture some of these outlying properties. Though, got the transport copter loaded up for that. Transport copter here unloads for that. 18 energy for Penny. Not sure what rain weather she would like to roll. Sandstorm's always quite nice. Minus 30% firepower. Your opponent's unit is very useful for 3 turns. It's generally always quite good. Rain will reduce your opponent's vision range down to minimum 1, which could be quite useful, but situationally useful probably right now. Would allow her to move forward a bit more aggressively. Let the deep fog roll in. Good first strikes there. And of course, winter. I'm thinking winter would be pretty good for Penny right now, because -1 movement speed on this absurdly large map for 3 turns could be quite devastating, actually. So yeah, I think Sandstorm would be best, then followed up by winter, then rain. Getting some captures there, good strikes, getting a lot of energy charge. She is almost ready to charge up. You hear tank or artillery piece, tank, and command tank there, so quite a bit of force down here. Up versus 3 tanks, 1 command tank. Extra salvage could be quite nice relatively soon. 59 energy, that's effectively means she's going to her 0 power next turn, but she could be picked off. There's a decent amount of stuff here. Let's now look at turn by turn. Teal is running low and stuff up here significantly. Full power charge now. Recon push right forward. Finish that one off there, so it has 2 attacks here. Now able to fully surround the tank, but there's only 2 tanks in range. Just going for it, gets a good strike there, 5 health. And no superpower for her to be casted by Mr. Bear. And you have to get her load up another vehicle. Lots of tanks being put on field, which makes sense. They're tracked vehicles and able to traverse the land reasonably well. A lander deployed out by Science. That can be very useful to see on this map. And the artillery piece range of the command tank. Won't be able to CO any of these units nearby. Maybe we could put the battle cup on the HQ and push forward, but it's probably best to CO one of these backline units here. Command tank goes down, which is actually only the minor loss. It's the additional salvage that won't be utilized. Of course, got a battle copter in tank artillery piece there. Decent amount of force there. Command tank there. Overall, Penny's very strong here. And Judy is incredibly weak here. Judy only has a single tank in this region. Reinforcement tanks up here. She lost all of her infantry up here. 23 versus 32 units. While I mostly look at day-to-day funds and the total funding on the field. The lack of infantry units means she's almost lost all of her infantry units, and Penny has almost all of her infantry units here. So Penny will start capturing up everything here. She needs a battle copter or duster up here helping equalize this region. The lander could also help transport more units this direction as well, so the lander could be very useful. Battlecopter goes down. Judy has quite a bit of stuff here. Penny does have a bit of defensive, plus the artillery piece will get another good shot on in. Tank artillery. I love the artillery and tank push over here. Judy now has 3 tanks in the region, now stabilize the region. Nothing stopped the battlecopter, and the battlecopter's not vetted, so I don't think it's been seen just yet. ETR's being pushed forward in that region as well. And he's CO power so get charged up a little bit there. Multiple properties being flipped. She has a slight economic advantage, capturing up more of these outlying properties. Duster, that can be very useful, though Judy has not deployed out many battlecopters, so it'd be good with strafing units and body blocking. Should maybe I'll interrupt this capture. Hopefully she swipes the forest. Does swipe the forest there, interrupts another capture there, needs a first strike on that tank. But the battlecopter is in range, but of course got the ETR in range, so Judy's in a decent position there. Maybe a good idea to sack the tank onto the ETR. Nice transport there. Recon gets the first strike of the artillery. Bike falls with some small arms fire. Six 42 energy, getting more energy. 52 energy, so maybe next turn she'll get her superpower. This delicious spike to eat for some superpower charge. Anti-air is out of range of the battlecopter. Finish off that tank there. It stops the capture. Could join capture this one. Judy probably needs some more tanks this region before she pushes forward again. She lost so much infantry. I think she needs to get more aircraft production to get more infantry going. Maybe fall back the tanks to the forest there. Push this tank forward somewhere in the open for maximum movement. Trying to flip a property there. Transport copter there to intercept. There's also shores there, so battleships can't reach up here. Tank, battlecopter, infantry. Man tank in range. No CO power, which means since with that move. Does get some energy charge there. Now when the capture got interrupted, everything got annihilated. This infantry unit is probably going to be permanently stuck here. With the transport going down. So probably going to see some weather next turn. Like I said beforehand, almost any of the weather would be quite useful right now. Penny does have about a full turn ahead when it comes to income. Mr. Bear advised deployment of a bomber. Which makes me think now rain could be quite useful, because having the bomber not spotted could be very good. And hard to pin down, because then you have to scout it out and then engage it. Not decided to spot any flares just yet. She does spot the Duster there, so gotta be careful. I think pushing the Battlecopter down south after spotting the Duster was not a great idea. Judy does have a good amount of force up here. And let's see whether Mr. Bear shall summon. Rain. So now Judy has no vision range. Of course, Mr. Bear does grant +15/+15 across the entire field, and he does get trapped. Also, the port back here has not been obtained by, and needs a bit of extra income she is forfeiting. Transport copter could help out with that. Good picks there. Bombers advance way forward. And think as well, Judy has no vision. Look how bad her vision will be next turn. Look at that. She has no vision in this region. This, I think rain is actually going to particularly be nasty at this moment. Since she is pretty far behind in value, she has no way to turn the tables for the next 3 turns. Because without vision, she is dead in the water. And the water's going to be mushy terrain. Does get a good shot there. The salvage would probably be important. Well, I think at this point in time, she may be her own Judge, Judy, and Executioner. If she pushes forward, she's going to run straight into a bomber. The artillery piece is in good position as well. I mentioned all the other outlying forces. Rain can really hamper you. Especially since there's no flare on the field. The rain just going to reign supreme. Battlecopter, tank flare. The rain will allow Penny perfect maneuvering right now. Command tank push way forward. Bit of recon pass. Hits the command tank. Finish off the command tank. She may get another superpower relatively soon. Bomber nukes the tank. Oh no. Good strikes there. At 52 energy. She could summon more weather. But I think rain right now will be particularly useful. It covers her advance. She has free reign to move around. Her opponent cannot see a damn thing for the next 2 turns. This is the power of Mr. Bear. Able to have constant effect, and rain can be quite nasty. It's hard to estimate, but since Mr. Bear's opponent did not deploy many flares this game, flares the one would help counter out the flare rain because it provides good vision. But without any of that, even recons have no vision. And look at the value difference. Strike on Duster. Some damage there, but no real threat to the bomber. At this point in time, Judy may deploy out a fighter or Dusters. Dusters would be generally pretty useful. Anti-air, Duster, bike, infantry. turn will last for a little bit more time. Good strike there. Good bomber strike. Going to capture the comm tower. Penny wants the comm tower. Gets trapped there. And Judy's taking some fire. This Duster is in range of Mr. Bear's Duster. Full fire to put up by Penny. And we do have now Judy backs out of the game. That rain crippled her. Yeah, I always also underestimate the rain. By the way, this is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.